You're probably wondering who this lady is lurking over my shoulder. I've had some really exciting developments in my family history research recently. And since it's pretty historical, I thought I would make a video about it and just upload it for my family, friends, anybody who happens to want to watch and is interested in history. So my uncle Harrison, when he passed away, he left his estate to my dad, my Aunt Anne, and my Uncle Ad. He was their older brother, very distinguished. We called him the most interesting man in the world. That's what Ryan liked to call him. Just a wonderful, beautiful, kind-hearted, intelligent, could do anything and everything gentleman. And when his estate was kind of, being settled, and my dad, my uncle, my aunt were, getting pieces of furniture and different things that they wanted to keep to remember my uncle by. This lovely lady and her picture was up for grabs. My dad knew the history of this painting. This lady's name is Elizabeth, and that's all he knew at the time. But I, with my magic ancestry skills, have identified who she is, her ancestry, her descendants, all the way to my Uncle Harrison. My Uncle Harrison, by the way, was my grandfather's son by his first marriage. So he's a half sibling of my dad, uncle, and aunt. So this lady is not blood related because she is the ancestor of my uncle's mother, who was not the mother of my dad and aunt and uncle. But really cool nonetheless. So I was able to do some research. My dad knew that she was a Hamilton. My uncle also had a coat of arms, a Hamilton coat of arms that was with Elizabeth in his living room. And he had told my dad that she was a great-great-grandmother. I think he knew exactly that she was his 3 times great-grandmother. But that information kind of led me on a chase to find out everything that I could about her. She did hang in my parents' guest room for a couple years since he passed. And when I moved back in 2020, she and I had a little agreement because she was in the room that I was sleeping in. And if any of you have heard of the show Supernatural, that is one of my family's favorite shows. She and I had a little agreement that, look, Elizabeth, I'm cool with you if you're cool with me, and I don't want any eyes moving and following or any hauntings or anything. You can hang out in my room and we'll be friends. And she was a great room companion. But eventually when I had my daughter, I had to convert that room to more of a nursery instead of supernatural room. So Elizabeth found a spot in our basement. But I have felt bad that she just got kind of relegated down to the basement. And so I asked my dad if I could do some research and try to figure out a new home for her. And he said, yes, of course. So I recently received an email back from the Augusta County Historical Society. I reached out to them because Elizabeth and all of her family are from Staunton and the greater Augusta County area. Her last name is, or her maiden name was Hogshead, and Very, very influential family in the Augusta County area. So I reached out and I basically said, we have this portrait painting. Oh, it's an oil painting. I'll show it in more detail in a minute. And it's just so beautiful. It doesn't need to be sitting in our basement. It needs to be enjoyed. And I got an email back from them saying, absolutely, if you're willing to loan it to us, we will hang it. And lo and behold, they had other Hogshead items in the museum, in the Historical Society. And they said that they would love to have the painting to add to all of those items that they have. So I am thrilled. My dad is thrilled. I know my uncle would be thrilled, and I know my uncle and aunt would be thrilled as well, that this beautiful lady is being remembered. She'll be seen by hopefully thousands of people that come to the Historical Society, and she'll be appreciated for who she was. I have a whole history written that I'm going to give to the society that they'll have. I'm hoping they'll do a little plaque for her, and who knows, maybe it'll even say something about being on permanent loan from, you know, the Browns, Lawson, you know, maybe not Ellis, but, you know, I'm a Brown. And Brooke, my uncle's last name was Brooke. He had to change his name back in the 30s, 40s, I believe, 50s. He was an actor in New York City, and there was already a Harry Brown in the Actors Guild, I guess, and so he chose a new stage name, and his name, he chose Harrison Brooke. So yeah, just one more cool tidbit about him. So let me show you a little bit about the painting so you can fully appreciate it. It is an oil painting. We have determined that it is probably 1870s based on the frame. You can see how ornate the frame is. It's a little dark in here, but you can see that it is an oil painting. See the sheen on there. Her hairstyle, it's a little dark. More than likely, if this is cleaned, this would be more vibrant. It's obviously 100 and however many years old, so if she was cleaned up a little bit, this would probably be very vibrant. She has beautiful jewelry, her lace collar with the brooch on it, you know, even just her eyes. She's just a beautiful lady. Her hands down here, again, it's a little dark, I apologize, but she's got a beautiful gold ring on, and it looks like she's holding some flowers. This was probably framed in Staunton. It is fairly large. I would say it's probably 4 feet tall by maybe, you know, 3 feet in width. So it is going to be on permanent loan at the Augusta County Historical Society building. And we're taking it up there tomorrow. I'm thrilled. It's going to be wonderful to know she has a good home. And so I just wanted to document this for posterity so that our family and friends know that she's there and is being taken care of. So really exciting. And I'll maybe post some pictures or something of her when we take her up there. All right. Goodbye.